Good morning to you all, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to the Biafran families and good morning to the world. Nami Mo Nwemo Okute Day here with this very important information. When we keep on telling people that Nigeria is not for you, just like Alfred Okubo said some couple of years ago, that Nigeria is not for everybody. The only independent for you is the liberation of Biafrans. They thought we are joking. Now, Nigeria, for the second time or third time or fourth time, it is uncountable. Don't happen to Peter Obi. He keep on saying new Nigeria is possible. My brother, there's nothing like new Nigeria, and it can never be. Let me just read the news. And please, I'm begging you, with the name of God, please and please, if you watch this video, I didn't share it, my brother, you are an enemy to this progress, to this movement. We need to keep on sharing this kind of message so that Peter Obi will know that we, the Biafrans, also know that Nigeria keep happening to him. Because the prayer of every individual out there is, please, as you are going out, may Nigeria never happen to me. This man said he embraced Nigeria and forget about Biafra. He said Biafra died 54 years ago. And since then, Biafra keep on dying on top of his head. Let me read this news. And I want to beg you to pay your utmost attention because this message is going to be a little bit longer because of the article. But before then, like, share, comment, and keep subscribing. Any society where lawlessness overrides the rule of law is not destined to be a heaven for investors. Recent reports showing that Nigeria's human rights indicators have worsened merely highlight severe shortfalls in government protection for civil liberties, personal security, and basic living standards. I know what I have been going through as a person in abuse of my human rights just because I contested a presidential election, which I have legitimate rights to do. So I imagine what small business owners, regular citizens, and vulnerable communities face every day. If this level of lawlessness can happen to someone with a registered company and legitimate means, what hope does the ordinary Nigeria have? According to Peter Obi. This morning, according to him, my youngest brother called me frantically, informing me that a group of people had invaded his company property in Ikeja, Lagos, and were demolishing the building. He had just come in from Port Harcourt and was denied entry to the property by security men who told him the building was being pulled down. They even informed him that this demolition has started over the weekend. As a peace-loving Nigerian, he quickly started processing to go to court immediately, not knowing what must have resulted in this, as they moved faster to destroy his home without any restraint. I rushed to Lagos from Abuja after the call this morning and headed straight to the property. On arrival, I was met by a security people who tried to bar me from entering the property. I humbly pleaded with them that the property belonged to my brother's company, and from the records, the company had owned the property for over a decade. They told me they had a court judgment and I immediately requested it. You will not believe that the court judgment they claim was issued against an unknown person and squatters. I went further to ask about a demolition order or permit, and there was none. How do you sue an unknown person? How does a court issue a judgment in such a farce of a case? No one was served, no name was written, yet they showed up with excavators and began destroying a structure that has stood for over 15 good years. I immediately asked the excavators for the person who had sent them, and they said they didn't know anyone. But then they were only informed to come and demolish the house. I immediately told them to tell whoever it is that I would like to speak with him. If they can call my number, which I shared with the excavators, so that I can speak with whomever gave them the order to destroy the property. I stood there from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. waiting to get a call at least. Nobody called or came. The contractor even said he didn't know who sent him. 2 men later came and said they would like us to go to a police station. I asked if they even had a demolition order, but they had nothing. The whole situation screamed of a coordinated lawlessness and impunity. Our country has become lawless. I just started reminiscing about how just over the weekend I had a meeting with someone who told me how he has investment in Ghana, Senegal, and the Benin Republic, but won't touch Nigeria despite his market being here. I asked him why. His answer was piercing. Nigeria is a lawless country. Until we have laws that protect people, nobody will invest in Nigeria. I am just shocked. How did Nigeria get to this level of lawlessness? What kind of country are we trying to build when the rights of citizens, their lives, their properties, and their voices are trampled upon daily? I remain committed to a better Nigeria where lawlessness will be a thing of the past. Protection of the life and property, respect for human rights, care for the less privileged, and basic education for all children. A new Nigeria is possible. Peter Obi. My people, when I see it's waiting to happen now, this one is not whether it's Peter Obi or not Peter Obi or anybody, but in fact still remain. These people have already said it. They don't want you in their land. What are you still doing there? Yes, today it is Peter Obi. Yesterday as I'm talking to you now, Alaba International Market, even including their tax force office or their kind of organization office, that like the leaders who is leading them, their office, we are being demolished. Reason? No single reason whatsoever was given. That the area have been sold to Chinese company. They want to build a shopping mall. There's no any period notice. Just with the bam, with the tractors, excavators, with the caterpillar, everywhere is going down. All those houses, all those shops, all those plazas are being bought. The land that were being bought by our own people, they built it, and they are paying government taxes. Nobody listened to them. Nobody even listened to their cry. None of them were even allowed to remove a pin from those shops. Period to what Shetima said before that election they said they won or they rigged. He said that when they occupy the office of presidency, they will make sure that Igbo people suffer. That message circulated almost to every ear of Igbo man in Lagos State. Still yet, my people are stiff-necked people. My people know they run when rain start to beat them, or rather when rain is coming. Unless when that rain when they are soaked in that rain. This sign have been going on for a very long time, but my people refuse to listen. This sign of rejection have been going on for years. This thing did not start today. 15 years ago, I am a victim of such demolition that forced me out of that Lagos and out of the zoo forever. So anybody who's telling you that this thing is going to stop, and maybe it just started because of Tunumbu, they don't like you. They don't want you, and you are forcing yourself for them to like you. In Alaba, people's shops were demolished. There's no any single compensation whatsoever that have been given to any of them. If you make noise too much, they tell you go to court. You go to court. Court belongs to them. Imagine them demolishing a house, a company that have been there for 15 years. There's no any name that have been issued on the demolition paper, or they got enjoyment. They got enjoyment about the column. And you tell me that they love you and they want you to. They will practically be telling our people, even including Peter Obi, go back to your nation. You have a nation which is Biafra. This is the signs that they have already been out there telling you many times, even under Buhari. Buhari said, when you people organize yourself, then we will listen to you. Instead of Peter Obi to organize himself and organize other people, if you want to become a president, no problem. Maybe you can contest the president of Biafra if God help you. If God not help you, then you go and manage your business. He keep on doing all these mistakes. He keep on doing every day. Okay, now before, it used to happen to ordinary Nigerian. Nobody cry. You can never see him when he shout about the demolition of Igbo properties in Lagos. But now it has happened to him because it is turn by turn. Yes, it will touch Okeke and Okafu. Everybody must collect update as long as that zoo is concerned. As long as you're an Igbo man and you're still shouting one Nigeria. If it not happen to you today, it will get to you tomorrow. It is not a rocket science. It is a program they have already drafted, what they are going to do, how they are going to relate these people, how they are going to bring these people's finance down. Despite the fact that they can never do it. After all, they give us 20 pounds after the war. And that 20 pounds is what they are envying today. So whatever they try, but at least, why must we keep on laboring for all these infidels to be demolishing our properties anytime they wish? Somebody will just appear in your property with a court injunction that your name is not written on it, unknown person, and they tell you that this is where it pointed, and they begin to demolish your property. And Igbos in that area, even in that market, nobody will do anything because nobody want to die, everybody want to live. Yes, now imagine them coming to Alaba International. Do you know where Alaba is? Do you know the kind of money Alaba is generating to Nigerian government or to Lagos government? But as it starts now, they don't even want to give you sign to go. They just want to be bringing you down little by little, little by little. A time shall come when you will never see Alaba again. The only thing you will see there is Chinese market because they have already sold the whole place to Chinese. But our people will even have this information. They will not do anything about it. Rather, they will tell you, no problem. God will protect us. For God hand na you with it. When you have every signs that these people do not want you, just pack your baggages and go. You have a land, you have a region, you have a country, and you refuse to do that. And tomorrow you are calling God. If God does not answer you, it seems like God is doing pasha. But you are the ones. God cannot do to man what man can do to himself. The only thing that God can fight for you, the battle that God can fight for you, is your spiritual battle, not a physical one that you know the solution. Because everything now you keep on calling God, even the one you can do to yourself. You have headache, and God have already created a pharmacist, created doctors, clinics, hospitals where you can go and get the medicine. You cannot go there. You keep on calling God to come and heal your headache, as if God is that jobless to be thinking about healing your headache when you have other problems of over 7 to 8 billion people in the world. We oversearch things in this country. Anyway, let us just go to the comment section. Let me see what my people think concerning this matter. But I know say a lot of people will also do what? we bash this man. Alliance of Biafra Americans said a new Nigeria is not possible. Yes, it's not possible. The futility of Peter Obi's and Peter Obi efforts. Biafra's call for sanity in a hopeless Nigeria. As the clock strikes 8:08 p.m. edit on Tuesday, June 17. The Nigeria finds itself once again mired in a cycle of absurdity and despair. My brother, this thing, I don't understand. Anyway, let me read this quote. We will continue to show that Nigeria, the British colonial experiment in Africa, is a criminal against humanity, and self-determination is the only solution. This is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's quote of 7/02 of 2020. So, Akali Multimedia Production said, I'm sorry to hear that your property have been demolished. However, saying Nigeria is a lawless because a state authority decides to demolish a building is totally wrong. Okay, I'm sure the building was not just demolished overnight. There must have been some notice from the government warning why the building is not in compliance with the law of the state. But in our usual way as Nigerians, we will ignore those warnings. We will even try to bribe some officials who might even get transferred from that locality. Lagos State government under Adeson Sanwo-Olu has been one of the most law-abiding governments in Nigeria today, and I strongly believe there is a genuine argument for them to have done this. I hope when the government eventually present their own side of the argument and the proof that you broke a law, you will use this same platform to apologize for the calling of our nation a lawless nation. Look at the idiots. These are the idiots who keep on supporting evil. You keep on supporting evil. Even upon all the whole thing that Peter Obi said here, upon all the whole long epistle, when they even asked them, where are the, what do they call it, demolition permit? They don't have. Okay, let me see people who responded to him saying, you are either tone deaf or dumb, blind or complete idiot. May this happen to you in the name of whatever or whoever you serve. Bami Sola CMC said, it no go better for your papa or for Loma Seku. Okay, this one is in his own Yoruba. Because Peter Obi stated everything categorically. He asked them, where are the documents to demolish? They don't have. They even issued a court injunction on an unknown name. See it. You know, some people say, Anyway, Enife said, normally the man is a well-known liar and untrustworthy. Government can't wake up and just demolish a building without a period notice. The owner must have been notified severally but ignored because he thought he is a brother to the someone. Okay, and let's see. So even when the police is sent for an arrest, they come with arrest warrants. So in a law-abiding country, the demolition ought to have a legal warrant, because without it, the person or office that sent them might deny them. Said so because he said no arrest warrant was produced and you believed him. He is a known liar. That man. I repeat, the man is lying, and that is my conclusion. I like people like you who act like they don't know how crooked this country has become under this government. Continue, because when it happens to you or your family, someone too will tell you. Police can't just arrest you unprovoked, or they won't just shot you without asking. Shot, okay, they don't come. That is how they do. APC, once you talk now, the next one now is attack. Olori Aloya said, who cares about these emotions? They will say, from the look of the images shared, that building must have been marked and served the notice. It looks like it is an empty, meaning the notice got to whoever was occupying the place. Bringing down a building in Ikeja requires a lot. Eko said, there must be something wrong with these people. Even after reading what is written there, look at what this complete buffoon is saying. Make on a continue. Tinubu will leave office one day, but we will never forget this nonsense you people are doing. Just continue. Obinna Justice said, no doubt that your village people is after your life. If at all you read all he narrated in that tweet, and what came to your empty brain was that trash you wrote, that means your village juju should better take your life. Fool, do you know how much a bag of cement is? How would they know? Tochuku Emmanuel said, now wow for you, I pray you don't experience the uncivilized way matters are being handled in this country. The visionary said, I swear if it ever better for you and your family, make I know wetin cause am. I swear you will ask for bread and get stone in return. And when you will be crying for help in a dying moment, people will gather to make merry. Instead of helping you, you are just a stupid. You're not just stupid, but also foolish. Judano said, you have not ascertained why someone's property was demolished without a valid court order. Yet, you have jumped to the defense of the perpetrators. Your mumu don't fool. Anyway, moving forward, just last but not the least, according to Mr. Mo, Lagos is no longer a safe place to invest or build houses. When my guy in Europe told me he bought land in Lagos, I told him to sell the land immediately, and he did. Since APC came into power, lawlessness has become the order of the day. Visit Benin, Aboro are increasing daily. Ew, wow. Anyway, my wonderful people, I beg now you go take back break. You let us continue the argument at the comment section of this video. More of this are still going to be shared. So have a nice day. May the good Lord continue to bless us all. Like, share, comment, and keep subscribing for more interesting videos. Bye for now, my wonderful people.